10 unusual sports from different parts of the globe. Football, tennis, basketball, baseball, rugby, and cricket have all been overdone in your watching, playing, and listening. Most people are drawn to these popular sports. Sports include more than just striking a ball, though. There are numerous uncommon sports played all around the world that you may not be aware of. You undoubtedly won't agree with our choice of the top 10, but these sports are genuinely practiced. Welcome to the Know It All YouTube channel. To know about all the interesting facts from around the world, click the subscribe button and make sure to hit the bell icon if you don't want to miss out on our new videos. 10. Underwater hockey. What about underwater hockey? You may be familiar with ice hockey and field hockey. This odd sport is played in a pool as a 6-on-6 match without goalies. A heavy puck that stays at the bottom of the pool is used in the sport. Players drive the puck into the goal with a little one-handed stick because this is a version of hockey. In addition to wearing thick latex gloves to protect their hands from the pool bottom, players often don fins for mobility and masks to see underwater. They don't wear oxygen tanks to breathe underwater, unlike what you would think. Instead, players must hold their breath underwater, which necessitates frequent trips back to the surface for oxygen. Players must predict when a teammate or an opponent will return to the playing field and leave the puck behind, adding an interesting team element to the sport. Given how difficult it is to see underwater, this will be a challenging spectator sport. 9. Ostrich racing. The sport of horse racing is popular all around the world. Racing ostriches? Not really. These enormous, flightless birds, which are endemic to Africa, are the fastest land birds because of their 43 miles per hour top speed. An ostrich is fitted with a saddle, then reins and driven around a track by a jockey, just like in horse racing. Despite some claims to the contrary, the sport may have its roots in South Africa or even ancient Egypt. Ostrich races are still held today in South Africa as well as in several regions of the American South, West, and Midwest. Ostrich racing is a distinctive and adventurous sport that has become more and more well-liked in recent years. Ostriches are raced around a track by jockeys on their backs. 8. Zorbing. Rolling downhill within an orb, typically constructed of transparent plastic, is known as zorbing. It can also be done on a flat surface, allowing for greater rider control. However, it is typically done on a gradual incline. Despite the fact that this activity is frequently referred to in the media as an extreme sport. Although it is fairly intense, there is no competitiveness involved unless you are competing with a friend over whether you will actually do it. It was created in New Zealand and is now well known all over the world. A dry ball can be used for zorbing, but a wet ball gives the players the chance to experience sliding and sliding inside the ball. For adrenaline junkies and thrill seekers, it's a fascinating and exhilarating experience. 7. Dog surfing. This activity must be included on the list of odd sports, but it also belongs on the list of adorable activities. Dog surfing is exactly what it sounds like: cute dogs riding surfboards. Although the practice itself is thought to have started in California and Hawaii as early as the 1920s, dog surfing competitions didn't start until 2006. The San Francisco Bay Area hosts the annual World Dog Surfing Championships. Participants' canines are divided into groups based on their size and whether they are tandem humans and dogs, tandem dogs, or solo surfers. Although it may seem like an odd sport, dog surfing has gained popularity among some dog lovers. Dogs must be taught and at ease in the water before engaging in dog surfing, and safety is always the primary consideration. Despite the dangers, dog surfing offers owners a thrilling and pleasant way to interact with their four-legged pals and show off their swimming ability. 6. Chess boxing. Chess boxing is a hybrid sport that alternates between chess and boxing rounds. Enki Bilal, a French cartoonist and filmmaker, created the game in 1992 for his comic book Freud Equateur. Then Yves Rubing, a Dutch artist, staged the first official chess boxing competition in 2003. A rapidly expanding sport is chess boxing. After every round, the sport switches between chess as well as boxing games while waiting for a checkmate or knockout to determine the winner. A chess round lasts 4 minutes, followed by 2 minutes of boxing, in a competition between two people that can last up to 11 rounds. 5. Extreme ironing. Extreme ironing is a performance art as well as an extreme yet risky sport. People who participate in this unique sport travel far away to iron their garments.
They identify as ironists and get a kick out of photographing themselves with an ironing board, an unplugged iron, and some wrinkled clothing in unusual locations.
They have traveled to high altitudes, the ocean, cliffs, and even the tops of moving cars. What results when an extreme sport, such as mountain climbing, paddling, or skydiving, is combined with wrinkle-free clothing? Although there are conflicting accounts of its invention, extreme ironing is supposed to have started in England in the 1980s or 1990s. However, the national sport quickly gained popularity elsewhere. 4. Oil wrestling. In Turkey, oil wrestling is the national sport. Although it takes place every June all around the world, one of the first contests was conducted at Kirkpınar, Edirne, Turkey. Wrestling is a component of a ceremony celebrating an Ottoman victory that dates back to 1357. Perhaps not everyone will find the competition, known as pehlivan, entertaining. Participants wrestle another individual to the ground while covered in olive oil.
Festivals including oil wrestling are also held in eastern Macedonia and West Thrace in northern Greece.
This type of wrestling has recently gained popularity in other nations as well, particularly in Japan and the Netherlands. Oil wrestling is the national sport of Turkey, and it has been celebrated annually since 1346. But even among other kinds of wrestling, oil wrestling is unique. 3. Cheese rolling. The Cooper's Hill cheese rolling race near Gloucester in England is another unusual form of racing. This is a game that frequently makes spectators laugh while making players cry. A round of double Gloucester cheese, which may weigh up to 9 pounds as well as move at a speed of about 70 miles per hour, is the target of this at least 200-year-old ritual as competitors race down an extremely steep as well as steep hill. The cheese is won by the first person to reach the bottom. Participants spend a significant portion of the race off their feet, as you can surely expect. Instead, they are falling down the hill at rather fast speeds while leaping and tumbling. Rugby players are ready to interrupt participants' progress at the foot of the slope. There are a lot of injuries sustained during the race. The value of the prize is up for discussion. 2. Bossa ball. Volleyball, football, gymnastics, and capoeira are all combined in the novel sport known as bossa ball. The game is played on a court that is inflatable and has a net in the middle. On either side of the net, there is a little trampoline. To get the ball over the goal, each team has 5 touches. There are many scoring areas, and when the ball is scored in the trampoline of the opponent, extra points are awarded. The ball can be played in a variety of ways, including football as well as volleyball. With the hands, it may be played like volleyball, and with any other area of the body, it can be played like football. Players can employ a double touch, which is regarded as one touch to control or score the ball in a football manner.
1. Soapbox racing. There are numerous competitions held worldwide by the Red Bull soapbox race.
Contestants drive their hand-built vehicles down a hill and then direct them around a track that has a variety of hazards.
Since not all competitors are engineers, automobiles frequently crash, topple, or disintegrate to the amusement of onlookers. Contestants are assessed based on the originality of their soapbox, their pre-race performance, and their finishing time.
Speed is not everything, and originality is also important. Contestants frequently base the designs of their cars on themes from popular culture or history. Of course, the competitors wear the part as well. We hope you learned a lot about some of the unusual sports from different parts of the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time.
Don't be a know-it-all, instead be a learn-it-all.